suddenly appears. Titans who steal from the poor tremble at his name. Zorro is watching them, they can't escape from him. Zorro will bring them to shame. Out in old California, so the story is told. Diego finds his destiny shining brighter than gold. The whisper of his name stirs hope in the hearts of the poor. Zorro will fight for them all through the night for them. Zorro will always endure.
I'm sure you understand the importance of secrecy in this matter, Sir Oliver.
Oh, absolutely, Admiral. My lips are sealed. Well, gentlemen, I'm off to California then. Seems the Spanish are having a spot of bother about some disappearing crops.
Speaking of California, Oliver, have you heard about this Zorro chap? The tabloids call him the masked marauder of California. Says here that no one has been able to unmask the sly fox.
Well, if the Spanish army can't unmask him, what chance would a British detective have? Eh, Randy?
I know where this is heading.
I'll wager the Admiral's right. £10 sterling says even you can't unmask the masked marauder.
In 25 years as a detective, I've never had a case I couldn't solve, and I don't intend to start now.
Then it's a wager.
Caramba! Sergeant, what's that over there?
Whatever it is, it's very big. Perhaps we should...
Check it out. See.
I was going to say... run for our lives.
I have a bad feeling about this, Toronado. Santa Maria!
Juanita, get back in the house!
Manuel, come back!
Get off my property, you beast! Stay clear, amigo. Now, Tornado. I can almost see something behind those blinding lights.
It's gone.
My grain, the field, it's ruined.
I am sorry, senor. But at least you and your family are safe now. Buenas noches.
Yeah!
Senor Oliver Tipton?
Oh, you must be Capitan Matacero. A pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
The feelings are mutual, senor. That problem I wrote to you about has still not been resolved. If I fail to stop whatever is stealing our grain, my position as Capitan of El Pueblo may soon be in serious jeopardy.
Have there been any further incidents?
See, 2 days ago, the same as before, another field of grain devoured. I only wish it would have devoured Zorro as well.
Tell me about this masked marauder of yours, Capitan.
Zorro? He is a scoundrel of the lowest order. I would love to see him rotting in prison.
So you haven't been able to catch him either?
No, but only because I have more important matters to attend to.
Well, you can relax now, Capitan. Oliver Tipton is on the case. Good day to you, sir.
So far, we have been fortunate, eh, Don Ignacio? Neither of our fields have been attacked.
True, Don Alejandro. But if something is not done about this problem soon, I fear that our grain will be devoured as well.
Good day, gentlemen. My name is Oliver Tipton. I wonder if I may have a few words with you.
Sir Oliver Tipton, the detective?
You've heard of me, then?
Of course. Who hasn't heard of the greatest detective of Downing Street?
Yes, I read about how you captured the thieves who stole the British crown jewels.
Are you visiting El Pueblo for leisure, or are you on a case, senor?
Strictly business, I'm afraid. Capitan Montesero has retained me to solve this disappearing crop mystery. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
I wish we could help, Senor Tipton. But fortunately, none of us has had an encounter yet.
What about this Zorro chap? The Capitan says he's quite a ruthless one.
It's not true. Zorro fights only for the rights of the people. An idea El Capitan is not so familiar with.
And what do you think of this masked marauder?
Oh, I wouldn't know, senor. I've never met him face to face.
Well, thank you for your time. Good day.
Our mysterious crop monster hasn't shown itself for a week, Toronado. But I've got a funny feeling there is something out there tonight. Zorro will be right back. We now return to Zorro.
Great Scott!
It's time to see if we can trip up that monster, Toronado.
Something in the lights. What's that masked marauder up to now?
Yes, Toronado. We are being followed.
Got it. Oh, you are a clever one, Zorro.
The Lopez farm is just ahead.
Release the load.
Exit Lancaster! Status report.
Zorro attacked again, Admiral. He caused us to lose half of tonight's load.
Blasted meddler.
Admiral! Without these pictures, we cannot project the giant images to frighten off the local farmers.
Zorro has obviously discovered our rules. We cannot afford to delay any longer. Have the men drain the tanks and prepare to transport the fuel. We will launch tomorrow night.
Are you sure it was Tipton?
Positive. He tried to track me back to the lair. He didn't come here just to solve the grain mystery. He's after me as well.
Perhaps Zorro should stay out of sight for the next few nights.
No. I'm getting too close to discovering who's behind the grain thefts. And the British detective is hot on the trail as well. I found this wet earth at the farm that was raided this evening. Yes, exactly, Bernardo. It's alcohol. And alcohol is made from grain.
But why would anyone want to steal acres of grain just to make alcohol?
Of course.
What is it?
Bernardo just pointed out that in order to make alcohol, you need special yeast. Isabella, I think you and I should take a trip into town tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much for taking the time to see me, Senor Tipton.
What can I do for you, Senorita Torres?
I've been thinking about what you said the other day. You don't really believe Zorro has anything to do with the grain thefts, do you?
On the contrary, I think he's trying to solve them, like I am. My interest in Zorro is strictly, well, selfish. I made a wager that I could unmask the masked marauder.
Oh. Have you found out who he is?
Not yet, I'm afraid. If you know something, you must tell me, Senorita.
Well, it's only a rumor, but most people believe he is a soldier. How else could he have learned to duel and ride so well?
A traitor? This would explain why he and Capitan Montesero are always at odds.
Exactly. More than likely, he's one of Montesero's men. If I were you, I would investigate the garrison. Oh, well, I must be going. I hope I've been helpful, Senor.
Oh, you'll never know how helpful, Senorita. Indeed. You'd make a fine detective yourself, young lady. If only you weren't so obvious.
Did you find out anything?
Tipton made a bet that he could unmask Zorro. He's closing in on his lair. I gave him the misinformation.
Information we discussed. I think he took the bait. Did you talk to the storekeeper, Diego? Yes. He gave me the name of a man who purchased a large quantity of special brewer's yeast. Senor Isidro, Olive Mill Road. Why would Miss Torres and Master de la Vega be exchanging such information? Unless... Senor Isidro?
See?
My name is Oliver Tipton. I'm a detective working for a European baking conglomerate. You purchased a batch of brewer's yeast some time ago. I hope I'm not too late.
What's the matter?
I'm afraid the yeast was spoiled. If you use it, you could become quite ill.
Oh, no problemo. I didn't buy it for myself. A man gave me 5 pesos to buy it for him, but he didn't tell me his name or where he was from. He just took the yeast and rode away, to the south.
Did he carry any water on his horse? It's Zorro.
Zorro? What could he want with me?
Perhaps he was the one who purchased the yeast and wasn't happy to discover it was tainted. Go, hide in the trees, and I'll take care of him.
Gracias, senor.
Are you Senor Isidro?
No, I am Juan Rojas. Senor Isidro lives another 5 miles to the north.
Ah, thank you, Senor. Sorry to trouble you.
No trouble at all, El Zorro. No trouble at all. Alcohol. I've got to notify Capitan Montesero at once.
One more step, and I'll run you through.
Zorro will be right back.
turn to Zorro.
Drop your weapons, sir. There's nothing to worry over, gentlemen. It's just a harmless umbrella.
Well, if it isn't Sir Oliver Tipton himself.
Well, Admiral Wexler, fancy meeting you here.
I heard Montecero hired someone to help him, but I never would have dreamed London's finest detective would care about Spanish grain.
I do not. I took the job as a cover. Admiral Havenhurst suspected you of hiding in California. He sent me to bring you back to England to stand trial for treason.
Treason! If anyone is guilty of treason, it's England! If they would have given me the ships I needed, we could have won the War of 1812 instead of capitulating to the Yankees.
Deserting with your entire crew was not the best way to show your loyalty to the crown.
Perhaps not, but defeating the Yankees will be.
Oh, you can't be serious. You don't even have a ship.
Oh, but I do, Sir Oliver. A very special ship indeed. I'll give you a private tour of its brig. Put him in chains. Everything into the wagons. We leave for the harbor immediately.
Aye, sir.
I think our friend Tipton has sent us on a wild goose chase, Toronado.
What in the name of the crown jewels is that?
That, Sir Oliver, is my ship. I modified Leonardo da Vinci's designs and have built the world's first underwater warship. I intend to take it to the east, cruise under the Potomac River, and conquer the capital.
Oh, it's impossible. Without sails to guide her, you'll be swept out to sea.
Not with steam boilers fueled by alcohol. She'll do 20 knots. With a little luck, I should reach the east coast in a month.
Sir, the ship's steward didn't have enough warning to get fresh provisions.
Very well. Take a few men to town. Wake up the storekeeper and get what you need.
Aye, sir. Is everything all right there?
Just fine, gracias. Come again, anytime.
You've been gone for hours. Is everything all right?
Oh, our friend Tipton is causing more harm than he knows by getting in my way. He got to Senor Isidro before I did.
What is it?
Tipton's journal.
But why would Tipton deliver it here?
He found the person responsible for stealing the grain. A British admiral named Wexler. He's built some kind of underwater ship and plans to attack the capital of the United States. Yes, Bernardo. Now would be the perfect time to test that new device of yours.
Alcohol burners to full power!
Aye, aye, sir.
Engage propeller shaft! Aye, aye, sir. Die!
He's stealing a boat. After him.
Sir, Zorro's gonna block our path. Should I turn aside?
No! Ram him!
kind of honorable sailor would attack an unarmed man?
Hasta la vista, Zorro. He's finished.
Where are the alcohol tanks?
This way. When the alcohol reaches the boiler vents, it will explode.
How long will that take?
I'd say about 5 seconds.
Run!
I am Capitan Montesero. You and your men are under arrest, senor.
Oh, I'm indebted to you, Zorro.
No, Senor Tipton. It is I who am indebted to you. I have studied your exploits and have used many of your techniques myself.
Well, it looks like I'm going to lose the wager I made with my associates in London.
See. I guess unmasking El Zorro is the first case you couldn't solve.
Don't jump to any conclusions now, lad. I said I was going to lose the bet. I didn't say anything about not solving the case.
Zorro will be right back. We now return to Zorro.
Tamara finds the perfect guy on Sister Sister tonight at 6 on UPN 57.